We're back in the Lake District. This time we're going up Great Gable, which is currently in the clouds, but hopefully we'll be able to get above them. Not promising anything though, because the weather's not fantastic today. After doing a bit of studying on the weather and looking at what we've got around us, we're hoping that we should miss the rain. Probably at the top it might blow onto us a little bit, but I think we should be fine though. We've got the waterproofs with us just in case. Definitely going to be a bit windy up there, so we will see what happens. We've only just started the walk, but it's extremely humid, so we both had to take our jackets off. But really, I wanted to just film the colours that we've got because it's autumn. And the trees are starting to turn, it looks so good. And at the beginning of this walk, so you park on this road and then you cross the bridge and follow this path up. And the waterfalls up here are amazing. So I might try and get some shots of those later. Might be on the way back, possibly. We'll see how long we're actually up there for, because we could be walking back in the dark. So, just taking it as it comes really. Not got anything planned, apart from the route itself. I've not got any pictures planned of what I want. Just more about exploring, getting some more Wainwrights ticked off, and just having a nice time really, up in the mountains. We're up about 800 feet so far. The total route is 3,200 foot of climbing. So we just stopped off here on this little plateau to have a drink because it is absolutely boiling. And this is a nice spot to pitch up if you wanted to come and camp here. You got a stream next to you, you can have a little wash, have a little swim. Probably drink out of it if you get a bit further up and filter it, obviously. It does appear to be clearing a little bit, so we might actually be able to get somewhat of a view at the top. We might even get above the clouds, I'm not too sure. But this is amazing. I'm going to get some shots of this waterfall now. We've got some light coming through, it looks really good. Right, I better get my camera out. We've come a different route. We've gone the opposite way of what we planned. We decided to come up to Great first, and then we have adjusted the route a little bit just to cut out like one of the really steep uphills because it's just unnecessary, and I don't know why I added it on the route, to be honest. But so we've made the route a tad shorter, but we're still hitting all the same Wainwrights, so it doesn't really make a difference. So we just hit Great. We're on the way now to Green Gable. Then at Green Gable, you drop down into Windy Gap, up onto Great Gable, back on ourselves, over to Brown something or other. I don't know what it's called, but that'll be the last one. That's the fourth Wainwright of the day. Then straight back down to the car. We've got a room booked in the YHA Borrowdale tonight, which is going to be a nice little treat for us because we can have a nice hot shower. And we've got a private room as well to stay in, rather than a shared dorm. So, ooh, got some bogs here. Yeah, I'm surprised there's no wind, to be honest. I thought it would be quite windy up here. When I was looking at the forecast, there was gusts of like 40 miles an hour. But we've had nothing, that's why it's like so hot. Well, it's not hot, but it's just really humid, it's really sweaty. It's a really good view from up here because you've got Buttermere on one side and you've got Wastwater on the other side. And then down that way, you can get little glimpses of Derwent water every now and then. So it's a good spot. It's definitely somewhere you could come and camp, find a really good pitch. We might do that another time and go to Fleetwith Pike, because I still need to do that. I've been to Haystacks before and slept in the bothy. That's a good spot. But yeah, Haystacks, that'd be nice. I think this might actually be the official top. We thought it was over that way. I think this is it. So we'll have that. Josh is down there and he's going to catch him up. And then we are heading Oh no, we're going this way. Straight up onto that big one there. Some really nice light coming out though. Green Gable. This is the second Wainwright that we've done. Next, we drop down and up to the top. But first, I want to show you these views because every time the sun comes out, it kind of evaporates some of the moisture down in the valley. And then all these clouds are forming. They're rising up. And then at some point, they are tapering off. So you can see that that's where the temperature's inverting a little bit. And it looks pretty cool. I was wrong about Wastwater as well. That's Ennerdale down there. So that's Bottomere here. Haystacks. That is Red Pike, I think. So yeah, we've got Ennerdale down here. I think that might be Red Pike actually. I can't remember. But yeah, these are where all the clouds are forming, which is pretty cool. The views are amazing up here. It's a bit gloomy on that side. Hopefully they don't give out any rain because they might catch us on the way back. But yeah, you've got over this side is Scarfell. So that's the highest point in the Lake District, the highest point in England. And then when we get up here on the other side, you'll see Wastwater. So yeah, that's it. Now we'll just drop down here into this windy gap, up to the top, back on ourselves, and then down this way, over to here, back down to the car. Tell you what, I've got a proper sweat on getting up here. There's no real kind of direct route, it's just scrambling rocks all the way up. Not there yet, but pretty much there. We're just kind of getting above one of the first cloud lines and it looks amazing. I've just got some nice shots of this little cairn just with a little bit of light touching the top of it. I've got some stunning light down here in the valleys and then these big overcast clouds, so perfect for my style of photography. I love a lot of drama, a lot of light, and then the dark, heavy sky. I think it just looks amazing. So I'm going to crack on, get to the top of this, chill out for 10 minutes, and then get back down there. Josh has stayed at the wind shelter on Green Gable because he's not feeling too well. So I said I'll just run up here, get it quick, get some footage, take some pictures on my camera, and then drop back down. So don't want to take the mick and spend ages up here. Anyway, let's get to the top. We're at the summit. Look at that for a view. It's just incredible. There's literally nothing like being on top of a mountain, especially when you can get above the clouds. I mean, all that is newly formed because none of it was there on the way up. Literally, there was a little bit of sort of fog on here just as I was coming up. The wind blew it over and loads of it has just collected down there. So I'd like to give you the technical answer to it, which I could probably figure out, but I can't be bothered at the moment, so I'll do it later. But yeah, this is pretty special. Gonna get my camera out, take some shots, and head back down. Looks amazing. I spent too long faffing about with my camera, and now I can't see anything. The cloud has pushed over the top, and it is coming straight at me. So I might head down that way a little bit before it covers everything. Get a shot of Wastwater, and then we'll head back, and hopefully something clears up on the way back, and I can get some pictures because the cloud's literally about to swallow me. Look at this. It's so weird. Surrounding me. That changed quickly. I mean, it's nice. Now it's a little bit cooler. and it's not giving out any rain. There is a bit of moisture in the air, I can feel it, but it's nothing too bad. Also, there is a path going up because it's the one that I'm walking down now. I just obviously couldn't find it on my way up, so I just opted to climb up the side of it instead. But we're on our way back down now to Windy Gap. Yeah, it can be a bit tricky. You know, conditions like this, you think you've got a nice clear day, and if you don't know where you're going, this is where you get in trouble, because you can't see anything. Well, I mean, you see a little bit, but you can, you know, use your common sense and follow the cairns, worst case scenario. But if you didn't have that, like there are some more remote places that don't have any cairns, so that's when you would be in some serious trouble if you haven't got a map or you just don't know where you are. So I'm going to put this away and concentrate where I'm going. Don't want to fall down here. This is the summit of Base Brown, which I actually don't know if it's a Wainwright or not, but if it is, then we've ticked it off. If it's not, then oh well, we've got it anyway. A few extra steps. Yeah, you can't really see much now, unfortunately, but I'll get a shot of this on my camera anyway, just to keep it in the archive, and then head down. We're basically done now. It's all downhill from here, straight back to the car, go to the shop, and I'm going to get sticky toffee pudding so I can have after my tea. Warm it up in the hostel, that'll be nice. I've just come down this absolutely horrendous bit of scrambling. It's not good when you've got really solid boots on, because you get no grip on the rocks and you slip, and then I slipped and I cut my wrist only a tiny bit. But we've still got quite a lot of descent to go, and it is really steep. Yeah, we've still got quite a lot of descent to go, but we're near the waterfall where we started. So we just got to basically just follow this wall along, do a right, down the waterfall, back onto the road. So it shouldn't take too long. I'm hoping it's about half an hour. Might even be a little bit quicker than that, just because it's downhill. But we have still got to kind of take our time, just because it's really slippy. So just got sticky toffee pudding, just drove into Keswick for it. You what? You what? Best thing about a YHA is they've got a self-catering kitchen. So we've got ourselves a peri-peri chicken potato bake, that's in the oven at the moment. And then of course for dessert, sticky toffee pudding. Can't wait for that. Just had a coffee as well. We're going to have a few games of cards. Got some Lake District cards. That's it really. I'm ready for bed to be honest, but we need to eat, so let's do that. Great Gable. Morning. I didn't have my sticky toffee pudding for my tea, my dessert last night, so I'm going to have it for breakfast instead, with a coffee. POV, my HA POV.
Shadow, get the mic, we've been meeting. After on the property, good friends, I've been moving stressed out.
What am I saying? Ashness Bridge. Right, we've just stopped off at Ashness Bridge. I'll say that again. Right, we've just stopped off at Ashness Bridge. We've parked the car and we're going to go and get a few shots of this because the colours look amazing. I get a picture of that. Is that Bothy or is it a house? Do you know? Oh no, it's locked. Should we wait? Look at these. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Shame you can't see the mountains in the background, isn't it? Yeah, tomorrow would have been better. Oh no, yesterday I mean, with a clear view. Okay. I've got my composition set up with these amazing silver birch, the river flowing, and then the bridge. And then what I'm doing is, on the front, I've got a circular polarizing filter, and that basically cuts out the reflections in the water. So I'm going to take a picture with it polarized and then one without it polarized, and I'll show you the two differences, because it does make quite a big difference. It's not just the reflection on the water that it cuts out, it actually cuts out all the reflected light that are on the rocks, because it's been raining like overnight. All the rocks are really wet, so they're quite bright with the light bouncing off them, and when it cuts that out, it brings all the detail back into them. It brings more vibrance and colour into the leaves, and just a lot punchier, a lot more contrast in the shot, and it does look a huge amount better. So I'll just do one now with the polarizer on. I need to work around a little bit and get a better composition, because I'm not entirely happy with this, but that's nice. I'm at F11. I'm going to take a shot there on the foreground. I'm going to come down to here, onto those rocks. Then I'll go onto the bridge and onto the trees in the back. Can't see Josh there, so it's fine. That's a beautiful shot. Really happy with that. I've just come down onto the river a little bit, in a little bit of a precarious position, and I am doing like a 90-second exposure, because I've got a 6-stop filter on, so I can really smooth out the water. And I think it's going to look good, because the leaves are like stuck to the floor, and it has actually just finished, so I can have a look at it and see what it looks like. A little bit overexposed, so I'm just going to have to bring that down. Maybe do 60 seconds, I'll try that again. And the rain is coming down, but because my lens is, or my camera's pointing down that way, it's not, the rain's not getting onto it, so it's fine. I would put a lens hood on, but I can't get the lens hood on while I've got my filters on. A little bit annoying, but it's just part of it, isn't it? There's not really much I can do about that. My way up to Surprise View, which looks overdue, but more, it's the first time we've both been here. The colours are absolutely incredible. So I'm going to do a little bit of woodland on the way back down. Looks amazing. I could have parked there. I'm not looking. It's not bad, is it?
That's mint. Isn't it?
I don't know if you can see, but that is a lot of rain that is coming in. So I'm just going to wait, because it is blowing over this way. I'm going to wait until it blows over onto the water, because I think as long as it goes into the water and not onto me, I'll be able to get a really good shot. Especially with all the light down here, so it's going to kind of backlight it. I think that'll look amazing. I hope it comes over. The wind's definitely coming this way, up there, because you can see the clouds moving over. So let's give it a few minutes. We've just parked up in Watendla, which is kind of a dead end, but it's a beautiful place. And there is a bridge I want to photograph, stone bridge. So we're going to go to that. We're here now anyway. Might do some long exposures, just have a mess about with the filters, see what we can do. But this is it. There's a bridge, and then there's a tarn, I think it's a tarn over there. sure we can get something nice on here. Yeah. That is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've definitely enjoyed it. The colours here are absolutely stunning. I'm going to try and come back in the next few days, or possibly next week when some of the trees start to turn. There's a car coming up here. Better be careful. Yeah, I'm going to try and come up in the next few days or next week when the trees start to turn a bit more. Some different trees, because I'm looking at some different colours. It just looks so good. Don't want to go home, but got stuff to do at home, so I need to get home. Anyway, right, hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.